happening, Daddy?
Well, can't we pull the stoppers?
Now, have you left the radio in the range?
No, I've taken it out again.
Have you?
Why can't they turn the alarm off?
Because he can't find the keys.
Where are the keys gone?
And I said to Eugene, it's a set-up job. Because he
But you're
knows
the
he
same.
can't find the... Does he do the same?
He hasn't got a place for keys.
It's unbelievable. Well, will it go now, do you think? Or if I try
No, it'll be all right now.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Covered up with a blowing paper.
What did you do?
Oh, don't start that coughing now. Heaven's sake.
Watch what you say because it's all on camera.
Oh.
Come in.
Your audience
When the
won't-
dog stops, Marley starts coughing.
I've got a cough coming through doing without that Betnavate for 3 or 4 days.
Pouring down with rain.
I hate them.
We're
We're
missing this
pleased to
thing.
go.
I shouldn't think so. I should think they can't get out quick enough.
I said that dog. He said yes, exactly.
Is that what he said?
Yes. I said it, you know, just for
Yeah.
laughs. Oh, that dog. I said yes, exactly. Sort of not amused at all.
Who said
Wanted
that?
me to stop.
Hayden.
Oh yes, he has a terrible temper.
I know he looks so miserable all the time.
Yeah. You would if you were living with that girl.
Well, it's not doctor's order, is it? You'll get another one.
Okay, let's go.
Is there a fan in this car at all? Nice
fan?
air fan, yes.
No, we don't have such things.
They're panting.
Going down towards the M11.
Don't we have to pull up here? Well, this is a mandatory
You're supposed
stop.
to, but
Can
it's
you
not a
just-
mandatory stop at all.
Well, you've told me always.
No,
When you
no.
see a triangle.
halt, when you see a sign, halt, that is a mandatory stop.
Oh, I thought it was always when you
No,
saw
only
a
a halt
triangle.
sign is a mandatory. These are just to take care if there's anything coming from the right.
I'll give Daddy a good chance of
Oh,
doing
hell.
it. Did you hear that I drove like a train?
Oh, yeah, it was unbelievable with Neil in.
I went over too long. Oh, he told you.
What's that?
She drove like a drain up to midnight mass, apparently.
I told him when I got back.
It was unbelievable, through red lights.
Nice logs for the fireplace. What? Nice logs for the fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, but we haven't got an open fire.
Oh, we've got an open fire.
There's Daddy with his new jeans on.
Oh, yeah. First time in his life.
Look him dance out. Look him go.
I'm just trying to think where we can sit down. I thought going to get there with some leaves over there.
Well, I said here no forest.
Give me the hand.
No, look!
Here, give me
Get
the
on my
hand.
back.
Stop it!
Get on my
Give me the
back.
hand and jump here.
You big old...
Eins,
I'll
zwei,
jump here.
drei. Oh my shoes! Look what you done! Damn it! I haven't done anything by walking.
This was
You
fine
have
for
to do
Daddy
it.
when you got that far.
You don't feel it.
You look like a tree, Mum.
Looks like a tree.
Camouflage.
I don't own him.
No, let's
You do know-
pretend.
Oh, what's this one? Look at this animal.
They could set
Look
up.
at this animal.
Oh, is he nice?
What is he?
I don't know, he's going to get
He's an
older.
Well, Max is not
Alsatian.
afraid at all.
He's like an English.
He'll make them run away. I love him. I love that one.
It's an Akita.
It's an Akita, yeah.
No, he's probably a mongrel. He's probably just a mongrel. Is he nice? He looks like Buck. Doesn't he look like Buck?
Is it an Akita? Is your dog an Akita? Oh, is this yours?
No, not cross. Pedigree.
That is really the original, that is the proper colour for an Alsatian, isn't it?
Really? I suppose it's not, you don't often see them that colour,
No.
do you?
That is the proper colour of an Alsatian.
His name, his pedigree name is Anton King Kane, something like that.
King Kane.
Yeah.
Are you King Kane? Beautiful, aren't you?
There is
You're thinking
Look at these lovely little bits of moss. You want any moss for your plants? They're lovely
Moss?
to go around the, you know, on the top of the pot.
Ah.
Make it look pretty. Pretty, pretty.
I think we better go this way.
We're going to get out of our... So we hear the traffic of the road all the time. Traffic off the road. There's a little tree for Eugenio.
Oh, very Akita. Now the pine bookcase in the room I'm sleeping in.
Yes.
Put that into the flat,
Why?
and then have the bookcases along there, in that room, where the pine bookcase.
And where
is.
do you put all the books?
In the flat, in the
And then
bookcase.
when anyone's in the flat, you say, excuse me, do you mind if I decide? They've got out even more than the bookcase, but you have any room in there.
Yeah, but it's antique now. The price has gone up.
Well, I promised it to the students. I said you
now.
can have a,
Well, now it's, what day is it today? Wednesday or Tuesday bank holiday?
Just Tuesday.
Tuesday bank holiday. And Elizabeth's just got a parking fine. £30.
Peanuts.
So we're trying to debate whether we should have a parking fine on Tuesday bank holiday. And Mother's making some, oh dear. Mother's making some goulash. What is it you're making today?
Rice balls That's a right old bed.
Did you tell Pudge is coming, Dad?
No, tell Pudgy to come in, Johnny.
Johnny's got his nice future.
Yeah. Where the back sits, there is the head of the table.
The potatoes.
Pooja!
And here's Ariane who's having her first lesson in rhythm and dance.
Pooja! Oh yeah.
Did you say?
And
Pooja!
ask the girls what they want.
Oh, we've just got one bowl, haven't we, so far?
Ariane! Ariana! Ariane! Ariane!
Sweetheart,
Look, there's
did
Uncle
you
Johnny.
say soup?
Yeah.
We haven't any bread. No nice
that's
bread. Well, I could do it, but Johnny ain't
Girls would
lazy.
like soup.
Yeah, let's forget it.
You'll just have to
Soup
get
in
me.
later.
Don't do it all.
Right.
These little.
What are we going to start with?
You know what I'm going to do, Pooja? I mean, flatten this lot
How
out.
exactly look like?
Eh?
Second time we called me
The rice
half a
balls
minute.
haven't. They're very strange rice balls. Your mum would die if she saw those,
Ah, too much in there.
don't you think? Eh?
Mary,
Yes, dear.
A bit kind
This
of
wine.
you there.
you would love this Moser.
Just a bit of juice.
Moser.
Moser
Moselle.
Have you ever heard of Moser
Moselle,
wine?
isn't it? Moselle.
No, Moser
Moselle.
Methuselah.
There is a Moselle,
is grüne Leine.
which goes through Koblenz.
Well, if nobody else wants dinner tonight, we'll have it on our
The River
own.
Weser.
Could you go and tell Pudge?
I've told him.
Well, what's he doing?
He's watching television. He wouldn't go.
Oh, you have?
Where's it? Warming up or something.
It's too big. In white gold.
Is it the ladies in wedding rings?
It's an next t-shirt. It's the first Kon je met naam bellen?
We kunnen dus nog wat stil pakken.
Let's see it, Liz. Lizzie? Liz? See it a second. For Brenda. Explain a bit a minute.
We have to
All the ones getting up. They made the children of Johannes have made all the tablecloths. Betty, did your children
fantastic cups. Very good cups.
wonderful? Can I have? They didn't make those.
With these lovely candles too. Oh, it's fantastic. It's really, really good. I think
Look at this.
and I want Mum.
Hey Theo.
Johannes has come back from Germany, hasn't he? Yes.
Kijk eens Marjan.
Look at this.
Hartstikke...
Hey, look!
Zeg je? Ja, mijn vader heeft dat gedaan. Vrienden van ons hebben 4 kinderen. Van Theo.
Moeten de kinderen daar naartoe?
Are you filming now?
Yes, it was over there.
Foto. Ik ben een kassie aan het maken. Mooi.
Je was ik het zoeken deze week. We zijn de camera op het knap en ik heb een paar foto's van hem en dan wil ik die achter mij hebben. Ja, die kleur, deze kwestie die ik heb. Dus die met
Dat is ook goed gegooid, maar een andere kleur.
en dan is het dus zitten.
Can we show it? Yeah, show it. Heel leuk, heel mooi gedaan.
Who's that from?
All the money in it.
Fantastisch, heel leuk.
Can you hold it up again? Hold it up again, Pooja. Hold it up again.
With money.
Maar ik denk dat
Anante, kun je die wijn niet gebruiken?
Jongens, denken jullie dat het tijd is voor de meneer?
Dan moet hij nog een neus hebben, anders kan hij niet ruiken. En nog een mond, anders kan hij niet eten. En zo'n wipstaartje. Keurig. Nou zitten alle tekeningen aan het puntje van de pop. Ja. Het is onzichtbaar. Onzichtbaar. Ik moet even een slokje. Anders kan hij niet praten. Zo. Onzichtbaar zitten al die tekeningen aan het puntje van het potlood. En dat moet naar dit boek. Waar nog niks in staat. Nou weten zij de toverspreuk. Dan zwaai jij 3 keer. Zeggen zij de toverspreuk, hou ik het boek omhoog. Gaan we kijken of het lukt. Zitten de oren in de weg? Zet de oren hier. Daar gaat hij. 3 keer zwaaien en zij zeggen toverspreuk. Gaat hij 1, 2, 3. Ja, wel allemaal natuurlijk. Hè. Ook achteraan natuurlijk. In het Limburgs is simsalabim gewoon simsalabim. Ja, nou dan gaat hij. 1, 2, 3. Goed zo, dan moet je eens kijken. Nou staan alle tekeningen erin. Je hebt het keurig gedaan. Maar dan moeten ze nog gekleurd worden. Ze moeten nog gekleurd worden. Nou heb ik de verf vergeten. Weet je wat we doen? We vragen aan alle vaders en moeders, ooms en tantes, alle kinderen, om een beetje van de mooiste kleur die je aan hebt tussen duim en wijsvinger te nemen. Zo, houd omhoog. U ook. Ja, je moet ook, ja zo. Nee, jij niet, want jij moet het opvangen. En waar ga je nou mee verven? Met een... Of met een penseel. Nou hou jij het omhoog. Oh ja, maar dan worden je kleren vies. Weet je wat? Wij hadden vroeger op school zo'n verfschort. Kan je een keer blazen? Goed zo, dan maak ik een verfschort van, want anders wordt je mooie kleren worden helemaal vies. Kijk eens zo.
The workers. Sorry.
That's all right, Uncle.
The workers.
You can explain what's happening, Uncle.
Where are the boys? There are also 2 boys. Rogier. Ja, Rogier is de window.
Step into that. Beautiful.
So who wants to explain what everything is? Lizzie?
You get Florentine.
Florentine.
You
The
explain,
salmon?
you're the bride, it's your party. What can this here be?
This must, of course it can.
Oh, yeah,
This is a lovely salmon,
Yeah.
wonderful dill sauce. Moving over to filled tomatoes, rice salad behind,
Right.
and then a wonderful pasta salad with filled eggs in front.
Look at
Is this for
that.
Brenda?
Well,
Her mouth's
anybody.
watering. And Melissa as well. And then a wonderful rice salad again, and a lovely mayonnaise sauce.
Right.
And then fantastic roast beef.
Oh, this is the roast beef. I was on the
And
heart-shaped
an
stuff.
Emmentaler tart in the shape of a heart.
Wow.
And another salad. And a wonderful looking quiche. And some fantastic filled eggs.
Wow, look at those. What are they filled with then?
Egg yolk and a mustard mixture.
Egg yolk and mustard.
And Florentine's made all these things.
And there she is.
And Liz made the garlic bread.
Oh, gosh.
And there's the 2 boys at the sink doing all the washing up.
Very good. We would like you to get a plate from that side and then walk down this side. Okay. Come to me and
We beginnen nu. Ja, met avond. Ik kan wel. Ja, dus iedereen.
En je hebt maar met een gestelde
Liz, for the benefit of everybody, can you do it that way though? No, I mean, but for everybody in the room from that side.
Maar toch wil
Right, shall I make my little speech? No, we don't have the speech.
Ik wil iets op de camera hangen. Hey, die viool wil ik op de camera hangen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to say a few words. Whether it develops into a speech or not, I'm not quite sure at the present moment. But first of all, I'd like to draw your attention to this little gavel. And this has brought you to attention. It was beautifully made by my brother-in-law, Paul, and has been with me on many occasions. None, I may add, more auspicious than the occasion that we're now celebrating, that of my daughter Elizabeth to Arnold. I must apologise for not speaking in Dutch. If I'd had the wit or the time to try and make a little speech in Dutch, I suspect that the listeners would be either faintly amused or mildly perturbed. Well,
It might have been double Dutch.
well, wedding ceremonies just don't happen, and a lot of hard work and organisation has to go into the preparation of a wedding day celebration. And therefore, I would like to thank those who have come along this evening and made a long journey. To Paul and Olive, who have come from England and helped so marvellously last night with all the furniture removing. To Jonathan, who's acted as unpaid photographer.
As yet unpaid.
To Min and Jacques for all their wonderful work, and to Jacques for painting the house so beautifully.
Beautiful.
And all the helpers, and particularly to Mira and Seika, who have helped so marvellously in the millinery and cutlery department and culinary department.
Oh, that's better.
That's better. And to my wife, who spent the last 2 weeks sewing sequins on Elizabeth's dress. I think the result has been well worth it. She looks absolutely delightful. Well, you know, we ought to be getting pretty good at this because we've had 2 dry runs already. The first was about 3 months ago in London when we welcomed Jacques and Min into our family. Jacques and Min and Rick and Anata, and the second celebration was much nearer home when Jacques and Min had their family. And Jacques, I believe, was absolutely marvellous with his singing and dancing. And we're going to call upon him perhaps later on for a repeat performance.
Ik zal het straks wel betalen.
Well, it brings me at last to the bride and groom, Elizabeth and Arnold. And Arnold, we are delighted to welcome into our family. And Elizabeth, we've often heard said, is a very special person, and she certainly is to us. And she's done everything we've asked her, particularly when she's spoken to like a Dutch uncle. Well, I'm going to end by saying a little, with apologies to Robert Herrick, a little poem that I said with at Paul and Olive's daughter's wedding. And it is my fairest child, I have no song to give you. The lark will pipe upon your wedding day. But ere we part, one lesson I would leave you for every day. Be good, sweet maid, and let who will be clever. Do noble acts, not dream them all day long. And so make life, death, and that vast forever one grand sweet song. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to give a warm reception.
I want to say a word now. First thing I would like to share with you is that it feels fantastic to be married to Liz. It's really we thank you all for being here. I think it's fantastic and it's a wonderful day. We thank our parents for making this day possible. And I think Florentine? Florentine! Florentine! I think a big hand for Florentine. She worked for more than 3 days, I think, on the food, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. From the team.
Thank you very much.
Suzanne.
Oh, Susanna. Oh, she did. Suzanne did all the flower arrangement in the house, and it's fantastic.
All day.
And then the girls, Ellen and Margreet, and Rogier and Elbo, the boys who are serving fantastically.